And there are no new cases of the Omicron variant today in the U.S., at least that have been detected and announced.
But the Chicago Department of Public Health is warning anyone who went to the New York City Anime Convention to get tested for the virus after a Minnesota man came down with it after being at that convention. Let's talk more about this. Dr. Shika Jain with the University of Illinois Chicago is back with us today. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back.
First of all, we talked to you a couple days ago. I told you I was determined to get my booster. I got it this morning. So
Yay!
Trying to move that arm around. So give me an idea, for those of us who are boosted or vaccinated, how worried should we be about Omicron?
So if you're boosted or vaccinated, you can be a little bit less worried than people who aren't vaccinated. And to be perfectly honest, right now in the United States, Delta is still the predominant variant. We are seeing Delta all over the country. I will tell you, Omicron is probably here much more than we already know. But really, more than anything, everybody should be worried about getting themselves vaccinated and boosted, because that's still the best way to protect yourself from any of these variants that we currently have circulating around here.
So I'm going to be the naysayer we have all of these new infections, right? Thousands of them that we're hearing about daily, but we don't hear how many of those people were actually vaccinated or not. And then we hear that Moderna is going to possibly come out with an Omicron booster in March. So for people who don't want to get boosted or get the vaccine, what do you say to convince them?
Well, a couple of things. So number one, the majority of the people that we are seeing in the hospital who are very severely ill are those people who are not vaccinated at all. So we know vaccines are not going to be 100% effective against any variant. So it's not surprising that people who are vaccinated are coming down with COVID. They just aren't getting as sick. So that's number one. Number two is when you talk about waiting for an Omicron specific booster, I would definitely not recommend waiting around for that, because right now, again, Delta is a predominant variant around this country. And there is evidence that shows that this virus should hopefully, even with the new Omicron, be susceptible to the vaccines that we have currently. So I would say to anybody who is considering waiting for that booster until this new potential Omicron booster comes out, do not wait. It is very possible as more variants come out, we might need different boosters in the future. But with the data we have now, with the numbers that are circulating now, and with the fact that Delta is the majority of the virus we're seeing in the US, I would 100% recommend, if you have not gotten your booster yet, to go get your booster. And if you've not gotten vaccinated yet, you need to get vaccinated.
And you mentioned those numbers that we're seeing right now. They show we're in another surge. They are definitely up in our area in many places. So what do you think this means as we go into the holidays, when we know people are going to be traveling, getting together?
Well, we talked about it a few days ago, Sally, where people are having COVID fatigue. I know even friends who were super cautious for the first 2 years are now gathering in large groups without masks. I know people are just tired of dealing with the pandemic. So what I'm going to strongly encourage people to remember is we are not in the same situation we were in 6 months ago. Our numbers are high, and our kids under 5 still aren't vaccinated. And people who are vaccinated can still get COVID, although they may not get as sick. So what I'm going to encourage people, even though we're all tired, we all want to be throwing away our masks and socializing and enjoying the holidays, test yourself before socializing with others. Wear your mask indoors. Try to avoid these large gatherings if you can. You can still do virtual gatherings. I know they're not always as fun, but it's a good way to protect yourself and others. And more important than anything, get yourself vaccinated, get your booster. It's really the best way to protect yourself, your family, and your friends.
Dr. Shika Jain, always great to see you and hear your expertise. Thank you so much.
Thanks both of you for having me back.
Thank you.